Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys can hear me here on this channel, or I don't know where you guys are. Are you guys on? Maybe you guys are on YouTube, or maybe you guys on Facebook watching this live. Thanks for being here tonight. Let me introduce myself. My name is Azri, and the reason why we are doing this so-called Share session is because it's the initiative that me and my friends were like talking about it, and then suddenly we were like, okay, let's just gather up and meet up together and talk about anything that is happening in regards to design, or in regards to any news that is happening um, that may came to our interest, and we want to talk about and share with everyone. So tonight I have two of my dearest friends. One will be Simon, Uncle You Simon, who is, I've been knowing him for many, many years, and, we were talking about all of these things, and then, okay, let's have a chat with on this topic together, on this session. And then I have another dearest friends of mine as well, Dr. Yuean Chan. I've known her for many years as well, and we were like, okay, let's talk about anything that that you did in during the pandemic, or maybe that you experienced during the at home, when during the lockdown and everything. So she was thinking of the idea of, okay, let's talk about this topic of being digital natives. I mean, the digital immigrants and all that together for this session. So they will introduce themselves later. I'm gonna bring, for the first sessions, I'm gonna bring Simon to the chat. I mean, to the session. Simon, are you ready? I hope you are ready. One, two, three, boom. Hi. Let me change the background. Oh my god, you and your filter. You want me to turn on my filter as well? I can turn on my filter as well. Do you like my filter? Whoa! So, uh, Simon, I'm sure like your real face a bit.
I will only reveal myself after this.
Wow! So this is like a mysterious figure of Simon. So yeah, for those who know Simon. But for those later, if you are curious to see how the real Simon looks like, stay tuned until the end of the show, like a big reveal.
Don't make me laugh.
Hey, if you laugh, right, all of your filter like broken down already.
Yeah, I can see the faces. Okay, this is a good start.
Okay. Okay, don't laugh too much. Don't laugh too much. See, your mouth is breaking off. All right. So Simon, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining these sessions and all that. So maybe you can introduce yourself and also introduce the topic that you will be covering for tonight. Maybe.
All right, Azri. Okay, so I take over from Azri. So yeah, I've been knowing him for quite some times and years. In fact, Azri is actually my seniors back in my university time.
Ayo, don't reveal lah. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Even though there's the age difference between us, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, I think Azri already informed the viewers of who am I. So I just go with Simon, right? So currently lecturer in a private institution.
Don't reveal any names, please.
Okay, no name will be given. All shall remain private. So yeah, I think this is kind of a good approach that during these pandemics we can actually talk all sorts of topic that we never thought of before. So I felt that it's quite interesting. Hence, when Azri actually started this share last session, so it came across my mind that I felt like, hey, why don't I sendiri, who approach him and ask him why not?
Why not, right? Like, why not?
Yeah, so I felt like, yeah, so cause it's good, and I believe it's nobody is going out at this time around. So if you
Mm.
are watching the live, and why not? It's just take it as a chit chat kind of moment, and yeah.
Mm.
So going to share something.
Suna.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So
It's like
uh,
our mamak session, so
session.
called.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Ah.
oh, I love this filter, by the way.
Let me join you. Can I join you on that filter? Ah, I can join you.
Okay, so actually, it came to my mind to share with Azri and the viewers this thing that I've been working for my studies or around. But I will try not to make it very academic inclined. In fact, that I will just make it more, leisure kind of chit chat, sharing of stuff. So it came to my mind that how to actually technologies and cultural performance are going to survive through this pandemic. So yeah,
Yeah, it is a tough time for them, right? I mean, like, in this difficult time, maybe they don't have like show, or maybe because this thing requires like a crowd, a stage, a people, an audience to go over and and experience it firsthand. Now everything is like moving into digital land, in a way.
correct, correct. So
Mm.
I think before COVID-19, there are actually artists or performance artists who already try to explore and play around with using technologies platform to perform, but well, I believe that it's not that well you widely used that time. And once the pandemic hits us, things really change, where artists have to find a lot sort of ways to see how can they still being able to survive in this pandemic. Personally, I know of a lot of performance friends who have been struggling, you know. So hence, I think that comes to into our sharing for today.
Mm. Yeah. So what have you done? What have you done for this so-called paper of yours, a research or something? How what level have you gotten yourself so far in terms of the in terms of the topic? I mean, like, I'm sure you have a lot of experience when it comes to seeing all of the performance and studying about them. What have you found out so far, in a way?
Okay, so to be very honest, I believe the ecosystems of a performance should be very well balanced. Where I mean is balance in the terms of, if there is a performance, there should be audience. Okay, and there are a lot of type of performances that being shared and performed around in this world. So I think I'm not going too widely. So I would just be talking about Malaysians' context and living in such a beautiful and rich cultural country. So it hits us quite hard, where a lot of our performances and traditional artists who are not able to actually perform to the live audience like the way they used to before. So now they have to come up with a new way to perform, which is through online, and
Mm.
depending on technology. So still we have a lot of issues coming in. They have how do they sustain their incomes all this time around, where I think even before the pandemic is a huge issue already. And when it comes to this pandemic, it actually tightened up the whole structure of their all these problems. So now a lot of my performance friends has to turn into technology, into a way of performing, and in a way that us, the audience, I do believe that we also really miss out to go out, and watch
Yeah,
all those live performances like we
yeah.
used before. It's just not the same.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, it's not the same. It's not the full immersion. You know, for example, if you go to a place and let's say like a real performance, the sound system, the mood, the people around, you know, like if it's a concert like headbanging, like people will be like, oh, you know, like that, So the experience, of course, is gonna be totally different because you know, we are experiencing at home and we are using our headset only or earphone only, so it's not gonna be the same. Um,
Correct.
I I feel intrigued when you say that you did it. Your focus is in Malaysia. Are you in Malaysia? Are you in Malaysia right now? Because your background is like you are in another country, like far away from Malaysia. Are you a
Hello.
pianist as well?
It's a it's a filter, okay. Of course, I'm in Malaysia, but
uh,
yeah, as what you say just now, is not just hit on us, the audience. I believe the performance itself is also very badly affected. Where even if they perform, where there's no audience, because there's a lot of time where I see performances. When they perform, they are so used to the live audience, like what you say just now. So now,
mm,
the days where they perform, they are not sure whether the audience are giving back the same energy like last time. And it's a bit hard if you want the performer to read through
mm,
all the comments and to
mm,
expect what type of energies are the feedbacks that it
yeah,
given back from the audience itself.
mm,
So it's then triggers our question here: what are the future coming through after? I don't okay, I do think that we will need to learn how to live with this. They will call this endemic right now, because since people are not able to travel, so we are going to deal with endemic, even though it's a pandemic over the worldwide. So then we need to learn how to what expect kind of future that is going to hit us with this type of performance and the audience. So yeah, I think it's
yeah.
something that we can think about.
Yeah, the energy is totally different, you know, like when the I agree with you, like when they perform, and then we were like, whoa, you know, whoa, Simon, more Simon, more, like, you know, like sing, we want to sing more and hear from you, so the energy is totally different. I agree with you as well. From home, and as well for us enjoying the performance as well is going to be it's just like watching television kind of thing. um,
Yes,
but
yes.
but I would say, right, from my experience, maybe the BTS fans gonna hate me saying this, but it's different for them.
Okay, I'm not going to the army side because I do not want to get backlash from them. Uh,
Yeah. So okay. So what kind of platform that they normally use? Like for example, all these people. I mean, your friends who are in this field. What kind of
okay.
how the transition is like for them in moving.
Uh,
They use what platform as well and all that.
okay. So before COVID, I think all they will have one group of team to manage the technical part. But once this pandemic hits, everyone needs to learn to how to set up their own platform, and also to
Mm,
create their own accounts. And then they will need to decide which platform they are going to use, be it as Zoom, Google Meet, or anything, any platform, free platforms that are going to use, like what we are using right now, the StreamYard. So, yeah, I think in a way it's also a learning process for everyone, that you know I believe it's a learning process so far. From the way I look at it, it's quite structured, and everyone's has been, I would say, already knows how to live with it currently. So yeah, it's good. And personally, like I think, like you also know that I have a lot of traditional performance friends,
Mm.
and they have been widely using all those Zoom accounts and Google Meets to, do workshops, live performances to their
Yeah.
audience. And
Mm.
yeah, and one feedback that I felt that it's really positive. We need to see things. I understand the depression, the stress of us living in this pandemic and endemic. So one thing that I look at it is, it's actually using this technologies platform. We have a wider kind of
Audience, is it?
audience, yes,
Mm.
and we have a more rich kind of audience too.
I
Where
think
I
it's
give
a
you
yeah.
examples later.
Yeah, it's interesting as well, like because in Malaysia we are so used in, with the traditional methods in doing stuff, and then with this kind of things that is happening, it push people towards this digital side in a way, in working it differently, and at the same time it helps in widen up the scope, in not just locally but also internationally, even more, and anybody can do it. Because I think last few weeks I attended this one talk, or conference, was it, showing like this one group of traditional um, Mak Yong kind of a series, were doing it online, and then it got like blasted throughout, not just during the conference but also internationally, like people from all over the globe can also experience the culture, the Malaysian culture, the traditional Mak Yong, or any kind of traditional things that we have when it comes to performance art. Yeah,
Yes,
which is interesting. Yeah.
yes, it's interesting, but as what we shared just now, I still think that the feel is different, and everyone's is trying to stay safe and healthy at the same time. So the concern of us is what is going to happen in the future of all these traditional performance, live
Mm.
performances, and
Mm-hmm.
also be it contemporary or traditional. So are we going back to the, theater again as like before, or with
Mm.
more tighter SOPs, or what we're going to do? And the biggest concern in myself as a researcher is how are we going to actually help these artists to go through this hard time, and not just being able to help them through supporting their shows and whatnot. How, by psychology wise, mentally wise, how are they going to cope with this thing, and towards this future? But we don't have to go far. We just see at
Mm.
since it's already September, we already left 4 more months to go to 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So in
two
2022, are
years
we
already.
going back? Yes, are we going back to normal or not? I know a lot of my performance friends has been so uh, get wanting to get back to the theater and perform once again like last time, but you know
Mm.
so I felt like, yeah, how are we going through this
Yeah, I
time?
think I think once I do have this thinking right now, like for example, when we are living so far apart for a long time, right, at home, and enjoying this online and all that, I think one day when everybody, oh, it's open, everybody can go to theater again, everybody will like so awkward, like
Yeah, we
should we
don't have to
go
go
back?
far. So like last year, when our government decided to reopen back the cinema,
Mm.
uh, even me myself will like think of, is it safe to go back and watch movie for and sitting there at the same space, breathing the same
Oh,
air
you
for
pergi
two
cinema juga.
hours Of course.
Oh, you
So
pergi. Guilty.
it's a guilty pleasure. But yeah, so it's kind of funny feeling where we already been locked for quite some times, and where we are given back the freedom that we used to have, and then we do not know how to react. And it will, I believe, the same thing will going to happens to our performance and cultural kind of stuff, where they will be the audience, the performance will kind of being awkward for a while, maybe then hopefully things will get better soon. So yeah, where we
Yeah, I
can
think it will
enjoy back
be.
all this live performance once again.
Yeah, it'll be awkward for them as well. Like for example, it's gonna be like a whole new, like adapting towards it back again, like adapting from real to online, and then adapting from online to real. I'm sure there's gonna be like a little bit of, transitions period going on as well for them.
Correct.
Yeah. So your friends are mostly looking forward to doing it in real again, or how are they seeing this in going advance into the future? Like are they fine with what it is now and doing it online, or are they like still looking forward to? Yeah.
Okay, I will be very frank here. When I spoke to them, everyone's just hope for the best, but the future seems to be still quite unsure. So most importantly, even from the audience and performance themselves, it's to stay safe. That's our priority right now. To still stay intact and alive. And however, things will need to be restructured back and look at how can we go back to the previous kind of theater experience, and all those things that we are enjoyed to last time, where we might have taken for granted. So now, since we are only able to enjoy through online, so it's also creating new experiences for everyone, which I believe is also good. Yeah, and I've actually spoken with Mei Chan previously that you choose the right date to choose sharing, because today is actually the Chinese Hungry Ghost Festival.
Okay, that's why we are
The
wearing our mask, right? Okay. I can change my mask to a different mask. Yeah.
so
Mm.
in this in today, the Chinese Taoisms especially believe that the the door of the gate of the hell is open
Open.
most widely, so where all the lost souls will come out and wander in the physical world.
Okay.
And okay, let me just share a bit.
It doesn't sound good though. Like opening
It's okay.
unleashing.
We are staying at home.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I think previously, if during this before I'm talking about before the pandemic, during Hungry Ghost Festival, if you go out through the any places, or most of the places that we have Chinese community, you will see they are doing all these prayers and
Mm.
live performances,
Yeah.
where we have the previously they will have all those Chinese operas and Chinese
Mm.
puppetries, and of course not to forgotten the famous Getai, where
What's
you
that?
look at all those Getai means karaoke. You look at all those singers consist of
Oh.
young to old singers, where they
Oh.
have all those very up to the beat kind of songs, and they perform during the prayers to
Oh.
the ghosts, to the hungry ghosts,
I
and also
remember
to
now.
the yeah. I think we have actually
I
go
think
through this.
yeah. Yeah, we went last time.
So
I mean, I went last time. I was like, really, wow, what is this? Wow, they're having so much fun.
yeah, so
Yeah.
okay, so you see this pandemic also hits this sort of performance
Mm.
very different in different way right now, where they are still perform, but they are perform live using they now have these terms as e-getai, so it's electronic getai.
Wow.
Actually, trying to speak. They have this
Wow.
designated space for the performers to sing and perform, but without the audience. Okay, where people
Mm.
might can still do those donations and prayers donations as they like, and
So
yeah, so
this is what happening now, as in now.
okay, from the way I look at it is from I mean those news that I read in Malaysia, I'm not really sure yet, but it all actually is happening in Singapore.
Oh.
So Malaysia, I'm not sure whether they have this e-Getai platform or not, but if there are, I will really
You want to join, right? I
want
know.
to look at, because like you, I really miss out the atmosphere, going through the prayers altar, looking at the prayers food, looking
Mm.
at the performance space, looking at the performance itself with all those,
Mm.
lightings, with their sexy clothes, with the uncles singing with their
Ayo.
good voices.
Ayo.
So it has been 2 years that we are not able to enjoy it. So it's actually fading through our memory slowly.
Mm.
So
Mm.
hopefully things we I'm not at my space. I mean, any place nearby me right now, I do not see any getai. Of course, they are not allowed to
Mm.
perform, so they are only allowed to do the prayers. So yeah, this is the what I meant that what are the futures for these type of performances, where we are looking at how they are going to survive through this pandemic, and if they survive through, what will be happening in the post-pandemic kind of you know,
Mm.
features. Yeah, so
Yeah, either
something
it
that
will
I felt like
continue or either it will like combine. Yeah.
uh, I actually like the one that is happening in Singapore. So they
Mm.
actually make the efforts to go through online. But in Malaysia, I'm not sure yet. But okay, last year, Penang Art Festival, they have it online, so without
Oh.
audience. So they still do all those Malaysians traditional performance online using this online platform.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, we can still actually look at the dancers, all those Mak Chinese operas and singing, all sorts of performance that we have through online. But this year it's quite, I would say, quiet,
Mm.
which I understand why everyone is trying to, looking at how they can survive another day. So a lot of performers here, some of them are not full time, so they
Mm.
actually also have their part-time jobs or another full-time jobs during day.
Yeah.
So they will do another job, then they perform during night. So yeah, something that we need to ponder about. That's why I raised up this issue, where how are we going to help them, the performance, not just them, the audience itself. How are we going to convince the audience that it's safe to go back and watch? So
Mm.
how are the performers are going to go through this next time?
Mm.
Where will they have the
Yeah.
stage fright again? So
Yeah.
something that we should
Like
ponder
awkward
about.
slightly. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think nowadays as well I've seen, like, for example, yeah, because you're utilizing many platforms, right, online. I see some of the like famous Malaysian artists, they're doing collaborations on Instagram Live, on Clubhouse, because we have Clubhouse, which is sound based only medium. So they organize something, get together, and then every artist like perform one or two songs on this platform, in a way, for all the audience to see. And then at the same time, the audience can also have a link to donate to this kind of a cause or an artist, in a way. And I also see like some of the independent filmmakers, or maybe a group of students who are doing this as well, doing it, some independent films that they done at home. And then they do like a sessions all together, like a premiere kind of a sessions where everybody can come in and they can donate as well to those independent filmmakers in a way, which is interesting approach towards all of this kind of new movement, so-called in time of in helping each other as well.
Yeah.
Because and then like being guests as well for talk, they translate it into, they have all of this experience in performing live and everything, but during this time of the pandemic they transit into like giving talk and speech and talk about the experience, joining conferences, and all that. So which is kind of good as well to get invites as a sharing session. It's a sharing of the informations and
True.
experience.
In a way, I believe we get to know the artists that we or the performance that we have been liking all the while. So in this type of sharing online sessions, they actually are being more open. We get to know and understand them more. So in a way, I felt like yes, it's quite a good thing, but still, some traditional performance they are not really keen with this type of live structured thing. So
Correct.
so I always believe there's two kind of people. Either you like it or not.
I think change is always hard for people. Human being is a nature for human being. When it comes to change, it's a bit hard to get tuned to adapt oneself. Especially in time like this, it's different. Then we have to learn new things. We have to it's different, even not just for cultural performance and all that, even for any other field as well. It's the change. Even those those who sell restaurants and all that, the change is different for all.
Yes. But anyhow, I think we hope for the best and just fight through this pandemic thing. Hopefully, we can go back once again to the live performance and whatnot. But of course, with the tightened SOPs. To be very frank with you, I really miss to go out and sit down at the theaters and watching all those live performances. It's just different. But well, I think health comes first. So still we need to be careful.
I think soon because now you can like go out if you have a 2 doses kind of a thing. I think by the end of this year, let's hope for the best. By the end of this year or maybe by early next year, we can like start to have something that is a bit real in a way, like
finger crossed.
You finger crossed. I alhamdulillah like that. I macam you I cannot finger cross. Then I doa for the best and all that. So have you encountered like any your friends having like a real difficulties and maybe really like struggling hard in a way, in terms of the moment like this?
I think some of my friends who actually facing hard times, they have their own way to go through it. Of course, as a friend, there are things that there's a limitation that I also can do. So if they really need help, I will be really happy to listen to them and just chit chat and make sure to always keep updates with each other to know how are they going through, are they okay. It's a good time for us to get back to become a human again, because last time when without the pandemic, everyone is so busy with their own device and working schedules and projects. So with this time, I think we have more times to sit down and have more times to talk to our friends, chat up here and there, whatnot, if they are okay. But So far, I believe all my performance friends are doing well, and I wish them well too if they are listening through your online session right now. I really wish them well, and if I can, by any means, to help, I will help them to promote whatever things that they have tried to do.
Yeah, and it's not just about in terms of money, like in a way, in terms of their mood as well, because you know when you are performing, you are like you need to be prepared in terms of emotionally and physically in preparing as well, right? So that's the part that is difficult as well, in a way.
I think nobody actually prepared for this pandemic, and everyone's just thought that it's going to be a normal flu kind of thing, where it is not. So everyone's like what we are doing in our country right now to boost up the vaccinations numbers, where I think we are doing very good. So hopefully by doing these things will get a bit better. But also, I think we need to always remind ourselves and to everyone here that vaccinations is not the key to not getting COVID.
Betul. Public
I
service
think
public service announcement now.
because I think a lot of people who have that thoughts that once you got the vaccinations that you are really safe 100% from the virus itself,
Yes.
but it's actually not. It's just to protect yourself from getting worse. So still we need to protect ourselves, and by all means, whoever are not still getting the vaccination, please get it.
PSA. Yeah, I think it's good as well. I mean, imagine if if you are all fully vaccinated and all that. If the environment permits, then soon everybody can go and see live performance again in the future. Yes, but yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be SOP that we have to follow and all that. But at least we can go to see the live one, the real one. You remember last time when we went, there was this cultural show. I think end of last year. It was in Publica, was it? That we went and see the cultural show. Yeah, it was in the time. Yes, it was. It was in the time of pandemic, you see. But then still, it was a little bit in control in a way. So, so, so those time, the placement of the floor placements of the audience, they put everybody further apart in a way. So I think at least we can have something like that again. As time goes on, maybe through in the beginning of next year, I hope, when everybody settle down with vaccination and all that. I think that would be nice.
I think that Azri, that time things are the COVID, they don't found out there's new variants like beta, lambda, and all those deltas variants yet. I think those times it's just alpha's variant, and everyone's we since I also helped Lingo at that time, and you are there as the audience, you also realize that the SOPs, even though it's there, but people are living and watching it as if there's no COVID, and we can look at the mask being wear very weird in a very weird position. So actually, it's good for us to remind ourselves not to do that after this, and we are not just protecting ourselves; we are protecting everyone around us. It's our responsibility to protect each other. Even though as much as we wanted to go back to the normal life, I think we need to learn how to go through this, and then then we'll be able to to go back to watch all those live performances that we really miss out. Again, I personally, I think I've shared just now that I really miss going out to the theaters, sitting there and watch all those dance
I know you
theater,
do.
singing. Yes, because it sometimes gives me such a goosebumps. Even though in the on the online it's the same, but somehow the feeling
Yeah.
is different because my chairs and the theater's chairs are different.
Yeah, I think because you're doing research on and studies on this as well, so you need to somehow immerse yourself, immerse yourself in this particular, gather around with people from that field. Sometimes I also do believe that conversations that you have, like non-structured conversation that you have with people within that community is also helps. Simon, you have to fix your filter. Simon, now you're now now you like more transparent. So no, when you go into the location itself and hang out with this bunch of people from that scene itself, the unstructured conversation that you have, the exchange of knowledge during that particular time is really meaningful. In a way, sometimes when online, when typing, we think of what to say, we think how to present ourselves online and all that. So it's a different mode, especially for you as a researcher who are studying this field in a way. Yeah, Simon, can I reveal this or not on public? I don't know, but Simon is completing his studies,
No,
PhD
you don't
studies soon.
don't.
Yeah. so yeah, and he's doing studies on this thing, which is interesting to me. To me, it's really interesting, and it's nice to know that you are doing all of these studies about. In order, it also in returns helps to find how to help the scene, because the cultural performance scenes in Malaysia and all that, helping this to sustain this scene, because as new things coming in, the westernizations and all that sometimes can
Yeah.
affect the local cultural elements of this particular
So yeah, actually, when you bring out this matter, a lot of people will start to question me that why would I want to study all these traditional performance where I'm actually not that old. But I
you're
always
still
believe
young.
that
Yeah, you're still young. Yeah.
I always believe that culture defines the community. So if we don't keep it and preserve it as how it should be, and one day it will just be gone like that, and it will be very, very, very sad to look at this type of situation where we try not to hope not to happen. Hence, yeah, I think maybe the curiosity in me is to know more what's the reason behind all those things that have been happening all this while. But yeah,
Yeah, because
so
because those are the things that make our country interesting in a way that people come. That there's certain type of people, from every part of the globe. They come here to experience it. In a way, like even for us, for example, we go somewhere to experience like pasta, real pasta. That's Italian culture. Then if you go to another country as well, I don't know, fish and chip. Why am I thinking all about food? why am I thinking all about food now? Like you go to other countries and you want to experience that particular culture that is from that country itself. So maybe for our country, this is the thing that we need to how to say, preserve or keep in a way, so that you will be continuous to generation after generation after generation, so that people from all over the world can come here. This is Malaysia. So imagine, I have friends from different countries as well. Sometimes sometimes also they come over here, like ask me like, so what are the things that I can experience with your country? So okay, you go and watch theater here, you go and visit this museum here, so you can go to this particular part of town where you can get the best food. This is local food and all that. So those are the things that we need to keep and retain through generations, so that it's somehow the identity of our country. I think
True.
yeah, I think you that's what you said just now as well. So something that we need to keep in a way as we move forward, regardless in any times, like regardless in the times of pandemic, we must go on and I'm also thankful to people who are behind this scene to help keep it moving and keep it going. And I know it's hard as well as at times, in terms of that. Yeah, because it's not easy. Like you have you have like people who playing rebana or the classic Malay instruments and all that,
Gamelans, yeah.
gamelan and all that. It's very hard to practice and get yourself be expert in that kind of instruments, and it also take a good amount of skills to produce that kind of item as well. It's not easy to make as well. It's not just like a synthetic thing that you can take. Sometimes if you need the real sound, you have to do skin, yeah. I don't know how it's made lah, but then you have to have a certain sort of a skill in doing
True,
that.
true.
Yeah.
So I always believe these skills needs to be preserved. Hence, in our future generations, they are able to know, and it won't just be a digital archive things. They are able to have the hands-on. They are able to perform too. That's why I always believe the Malay sayings, kalau bukan kita siapa lagi? If it's not us, who else?
Sorry.
Kalau bukan kita, siapa lagi?
If not
If
us,
it's
who
not
else?
us, who else? So
Yeah.
we need to take this type of responsibility and carry on of what has been passed through generations. And yeah,
I think yeah, that's the thing. So I think one okay, maybe any takeaway that you have for advice, any more PSA that you have for all of us before we bring Mei-chan into the chat so that Mei-chan can start her session already.
PSA in terms of what?
PSA in terms of, I don't know, maybe I also don't know.
Okay, maybe I will just recap. If from my point of view, what will be the future of the cultural performances after this is things. Of course, I myself will hope it for the best and will get better. And remember that wherever there are artists or performers who come out to perform, we will need to show back our supports, regardless what type of shows, regardless of any artist. Just give them our best supports and applause to let them know that they are not alone. We always need each other in this type of ecosystem where they are the one who give to us and we are the one who consume. So it needs to have a balanced ecosystem that everyone can still have a win-win kind of situation.
Okay, all right. Thanks for that, Simon. So I'm gonna let the crowd ask any question. Let's put it like this: if there's enough questions, like maybe 1 or 5 questions that we have from the chat, then Simon will reveal himself. Reveal yourself like that, because we would like to see the real Simon. Like this one is a cartoonized version of the Simon. So maybe
I prefer this cartoonized version.
So do we have questions? Like maybe any questions from? We have Nana here on that. Any questions from Nana? Any questions from Rizwan, Azam, Helena? Oh, Helena, all the way from Sydney. Hi, Helena. So if you guys have questions about any one of you who have questions in the chat, like what do you guys think about, or do you want any Simon response to your question on the view of what's going on, how we're going forward with this performance, cultural performance in terms of pandemic. Maybe you have any experience as well that you would like to share. You can type in the chat as well. Yeah, I think maybe the question can come in as we go. We will address. I will keep your questions as we go because we are at a mark of 1 hour. I have to bring Mei Chan in as well because we are excited to have Mei Chan in as well. But for the question, keep them coming. Then we can address it as we go because the next session will be also like a laid back so-called chit chat session. But Mei Chan will also talk about a topic while we, me and Simon as well, we also share about our experience when it comes to that particular topic as well because we've been helping our parents and it comes to that as well. So all right, Mei Chan, are you ready? Mei Chan, I can see that Mei Chan is readying. Mei Chan, I'm gonna bring Mei Chan now to the screen. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Hi, Mei Chan.
Hello, how are you? How are you?
We are your
Ayo.
big fan.
Sampara.
I hope you're doing okay there.
Yeah.
In a way, how are you doing? Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. How about you? Yeah, having fun,
Okay
huh?
lah. We are having fun now. We were talking about all of that and
Yeah.
chatting and all that. Yeah, so far so good for us. Yeah. Simon, I
Yes.
think we can hear your speaker.
Sorry.
The echo,
you
is
can
it?
you can yes, you can actually put it on silent if you want to see
Yes,
yourself.
already.
I know
It's already silent.
I know you want to see yourself. Like going live like that kan. So maybe Mei Chan can introduce herself a little bit and maybe you can also introduce your topic as well so that we can also contribute to the topics that you have. Go on, Mei Chan.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Mei Chan. I don't know what to share about because how many of you know me?
I
Okay.
do.
I think I was invited by Asri to share about the topic about culture and technology. So I was thinking maybe we talk about senior citizens adapting to technology during the pandemic, especially now. Oh boy.
I can sense there's a lot of
Stress.
things going on here.
No, it's actually quite interesting. Oh, there's some noise coming through.
What noise?
I don't know,
Oh
something very
no.
high pitch.
Yes.
Oh, maybe it's my
Yes.
Okay, never mind. If you can hear me, I will just continue. Okay, basically now a lot of the senior citizens, 60 or 65 years and above, they now have a lock at home. I would use the word lock at home. So it's actually a good thing. So they don't just roam around visiting neighbors and stuff like that. So just to keep them safe. And they're relying a lot on technology, so to pastime. I wouldn't use the word pastime. Their daily life. I mean, they need to communicate with families and friends, and the first thing they need to learn is actually to use MySejahtera. And we have to teach them how to do that. And of course, who is going to teach them? Us, right? So they need somebody to guide them on this kind of usage. So you can't expect them to explore on their own. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. And it depends on their technology acceptance as well. Because I think some of them are still a bit fearful about using technology. I know there's so many scams and news about old people, gonna scam, all right? So they actually have this kind of fear, Every time my mom will ask me, is this safe? Can I click? What is this? You have to go and check their phone and say, oh no, this is just some random sending to you. You can just ignore them. Just don't click anything they ask you to click.
Yeah.
That will be safe. So you have to
Yeah.
keep reminding them, And you must understand, anything on the phone and the screen is a bit small. So they have to put on the glasses and have to read through. Sometimes they don't understand the terms that is used and you have to explain. And there's so many information that is actually shared online. You know that internet is on and they have so many information coming in, so we have to do the filtering for them. So so you kena jaga sikit lah, macam mana pun.
Yeah. I always get that as well. Like for example, it's a very interesting conversation that I always have with my mom. My mom will always something, I don't know lah, what is these people talking about? Like I don't know lah, and then I have to like okay, Simon is turning into potato. So it's very interesting conversation. And sometimes my mom like call me like, oh, so somebody call me many times, I don't know what. Yeah, which is very interesting, and we have to explain to them that this is all a scam and everything. So how does your mom reacted to all of that in a way?
Well, she's actually quite worried that actually somebody wants to try to contact her in some way, or usually this kind of emails or SMS they send here is asking that say you have some money with me. They actually say that you have some money that with me. It's all related to finance or something. The latest one that she had was actually something from hospital, some text from some hospital in Bahasa. So I said nobody will text you like that. So I'll just ignore it. So, but there are a lot of this kind of text messages that's been sent and received by us, and I still a bit worried where they get these phone numbers from and how they choose their targets when they send out these things, this information. But whatever it is, I keep reminding we as the younger generation have to remind them, just don't simply click anything. And if you have received anything online from SMS, double triple check. Don't call them back. Don't call them back, especially
It's
if
more,
those that But
it's more rampant now, right? It's more rampant
now.
But like last time, through my experience as well, I'm been helping. I'm revealing myself as a technical support of the family, because anything that regards to phone or computers and all that, I help them in a way. So it's interesting that now this time around is really a lot more things going on when it comes to this, which I'm also worried at the same time in on behalf of my parents and family in a way. So we just have to remind them. What about you yourself? Maybe Simon do you experience the same thing as well in a way?
Same.
And
I
what
think
about
the situation is where our parents are not so technology savvy last time. So we have to just inform them and teach them on how to use even the simple MySejahtera scan. And I think it takes a lot of patience first. Where we need to also understand it's a bit hard for them to learn new stuff at their age. So patience is needed, but things will they will understand it slowly. So I think like what Mei Chan shared is true. A lot of times we need to be very alert on those messages that comes in, whether we need to double, triple check first, especially at this time around where a lot of scams go through here and there. And personally, I also got it before, so it's just ridiculous at this time where people are taking opportunity to scam other people at this hard time, But especially they are targeting old people, obviously. So so I feel like we need to be more alert.
Yeah, I would like to also ask the crowd who are watching this right now, either on YouTube or Facebook, if you have any experience as well, maybe you can share. Okay, Simon is turning into a cat again. If you have any experience, when it comes to this, you can also share with us in the chat, and maybe we can also converse about it as well, and look at your experience when it comes to getting all of this spam online. And have you guys ever get those links, those links in terms of the spam, like it's very close to original links, but actually it's not the original link. Like, so it's like Maybank for you, or kind of that. Have you guys experienced that? I did, like Maybank, because when you say, oh, there's a promotion of Maybank, blah blah blah, click here for more, then I look at it, Maybank for you, Maybank for you, it's Maybank to you, right? So have you guys experienced the same thing in a way?
I think there are a lot of this kind of institutions or companies that's trying to upgrade their services to online as well. So there are actually them sending texts and emails and messages to ask the customers or clients to update the account so they'd be more online. So I actually received a few and then so read through some from my mom. So before they call you, they actually will send you a official letter, black and white snail mail. So because this kind of a registration, they require you to register with your real functioning email as well. You need to set a password and then you have to fill up your personal information. So I think most of these things we need to be a bit careful. And I think the senior citizens, if they're not really literate, they will have to still depend on the younger generations to help them to do this. So I would just say, just be patient. And because I'm also helping the neighbors here,
Oh
a
wow, you
lot
are the
of
tech
seniors,
support for the neighbors as well.
uh,
You are even your business is even bigger than my business.
business of me. But what to do? We have to help them in some way, and then the aunties will actually share among themselves, which is good. I know you have something, they share among themselves when they are worried and their children are not around. They will just ask the neighbors, and we come end up here, so which is okay. I'm also grateful that I'm able to help them in some way, and there's actually one case today that the opposite neighbor, the lady, her daughter actually sent her medication. So
Oh,
the delivery man came to her house. She wasn't expecting any delivery, and when the person came and asked her to pay for the delivery fees,
delivery.
cash on
Mm-hmm.
delivery, because I think medicine from the government hospitals
Mm.
be better cost. But she was not
Oh.
given heads up that something is coming her way, so she
Oh.
panicked. Takut kena tipu.
Oh.
It's only
Okay.
5 ringgit 30 cents. No joke for an 80-year-old lady. Somebody
Yeah,
come
yeah,
knocking at
yeah.
your door nonstop, say you have
True.
to pay me this.
True.
And
True.
shit, that's my name, but I never ordered anything.
True. I would also share the same experience as well. Like my mom, because we have a gate. I mean, like a house and a gate,
Mm.
right? And then and our loching, our bell is broken. So the and it's very ridiculous. Like and then suddenly, like my mom called me, Azri, there's somebody shouting of my name at the gate. Do you know who?
Yes.
Because
The
we
panic,
forgot.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes we forgot to inform. Sometimes we're just too busy with our life. Sometimes we forgot to inform that we are sending something over for her. But it's very interesting in a way that she called me, like she was panicking, like I don't know what happened. Like he shouted my name like many times. I just don't want to open the gate. I'm looking at from inside the house and all that. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, we have to like remind them, even in, yeah, I agree with you. If there's any like um notification regarding updates and all that, it will usually go through like all of these a proper channel,
Correct.
either on either, I don't know, like in many channels, that either via emails or maybe via mail, like a real mail, to announce that there's a thing going on. Okay, I do have something by Tammy here in the chat. You said she mentioned that my son asked me how to use Discord app. I need to catch up. So it's not just like on the other spectrum, but also in the other spectrum, on the other end of the spectrum as well, which is kind of interesting because we are somewhat in the middle. Even as parents, the parent has to cater the parents of the parent, and the kids, their kids as well. They need to understand both of, which is kind of interesting as well in time like this, in a way. So, how
Just
about,
hang.
is just hang? Oh yeah. So what about how does your parents or family catch up with other family members and friends? How they use the technology to communicate, like WhatsApp video call, group call, like hello, something like that. And then it's like, where's the camera? The camera. How is that?
Yes,
How
that's.
is that experience for them?
Well, I think most of us, not even during the panic, even before that, they are already using this as a communication channel. but it's a bit more frequent nowadays because kids are at home most of the time. They can't go to school. And I would say it's a good thing. It's a good thing now that you can just use, say, hello, call who, you know, you don't really need to type or write anything, especially if the senior citizens are Chinese educated, and then everything here is all in English and Bahasa and all whatever language, okay? So, and it's a good thing that we can just use that with the Siri and the Google Talk or whatever's that. You just say, hey Google, call who, text who, and you can just do that. And I always tell my mom, if you can't remember what to do or you're cooking halfway, anything is going, we use the phone a lot to set alarm. They are always easily distracted when they're doing something, especially when she's cooking. She will forget that she's cooking something and she walks away and then she forgot about it. And then we have a few burnt pots at home here now already.
Wow.
And every time, and sometimes I won't say that. She's fine. I'm fine. We're all fine.
No, is your mom in the chat or not? I mean, is your mom viewing this live stream? I'm sure that my mom won't be watching lah, but my family will, maybe, because it's on Facebook.
No, because I think it's something that we need to be very careful, and not every they don't really accept their aging. You know, it takes time, so we have to reminding them and check on them all the time. So I teach her how to use the phone to set alarm. Okay, let's say you want to simmer it for about 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Don't trust your memory or whatever. Just say, hey, Google, set alarm for 15 minutes.
Wow.
From you. Okay, I'm using Android, so I don't use the Mac, okay, iPhone.
No, I mean it's advanced lah, like, you know, like, you teach it.
I have to teach her this, and you can't expect her to go to alarm and set the timing there. There's no way. It's faster. Just press on the microphone over there. Okay, just hold on and just speak to it. But now the AI is quite a smart, intelligent. So no matter how you speak, you know, there's intonation, whatever, they can still be able to grasp it. So it's quite fine.
I think I cannot do that to my mom. Cannot leh. Nanti dia say, apa ni? Apakah benda ni dia cakap ni?
I even teach my niece and nephew to do that. So let's say they want to watch videos, and you know they're not very good at spelling, but they can speak. They watch a lot of those kind of YouTube videos. They can actually speak. Okay, I want to watch this. At least so. Hey Siri, what's the one? The one with the train one. I forgot the cartoon. They will say, she wants to watch this cartoon. Play.
Oh, Thomas.
There's another one. There's fire engine, and then the police car and all kinds of things. So they actually know the name of the cartoon they want to watch. So they we just go that way. So no matter how, we still have to look at, you know, just look over and see what they're doing. They entertain themselves pretty well, and technology is also good for my mom, especially now because she can actually do group chat with her friends, which is in KL. And she teach them how to do that also. And you know, WhatsApp, she used a lot of WhatsApps, and then WeChat. So I think the first thing they need to do is actually set up that app for them and then put on an icon or whatever for them. From there onwards, you just add. So she knows how to call people and add to the chat group already. So she's really good at that now. And technology is also good for them to share what they're doing every day. So the only problem with them is that their eyesight are not so good, you know. So and she actually likes to take photo, but end up asking me to do it. So
because
which is fine.
it's fine anyway. What about Simon? How do you help your parents in, you know, navigating this? What kind of platform are they mostly using as well?
So I think it's quite similar to Mei Chan's situations. Back then, I think this smartphone kind of things is only coming into Malaysia. I mean, it's widely used in 2007 where the iPhones was first introduced. But before that, there are still other smartphones. But it's not that widely used. All of us are happily using Nokias, flexing their Nokias here and there, and with the keypads, you know.
With the light.
My uncle is still using that.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
and the ringtone.
If I were to put into their situations or their shoes, I will understand how they felt and the concerns why they suddenly change into smartphones. I have to convince my dad several times that it's okay to use smartphones because he's so used to those those Nokia phone last time. So when he got his first smartphone and it's not he do not want to use it even, where my mom has extra one and then he just tried and now he totally hooked up. We were just
Yeah.
busy looking at his TikToks and Facebook.
Wow, your mom
Which-
has TikTok.
yeah,
Oh my God.
so in a way I
Amazing.
think it's how the children's or around people around convince them and to tell them that it's easy to use and it's okay to learn at this time around. And because a lot of time when there's like what Mei Chan shared just now, any messages that comes in or if there's any problems pops up in their smartphones, they will start to get panic. And then if the phone got stuck and they do not know, because if it's the last time, they will just turn off the power mode and then restart it again. But with this type of smartphones, where this type of error comes up, they will just get panic and
Yeah.
they will always need to come back to the children's or hence I believe the patients need to be there. And like what Penny just now shared also I believe is true. It's not just we teaching the old people, we also need to learn from the young. There's a lot of platforms available out there nowadays and it's good to always put our other people's situation to think of maybe this type of things works and whatnot. And it's I always go back to this is we need to have the open heart to learn. So yeah, as long as we convince them it's okay to use and it's going to help them, then everything will be okay. But of course, sometimes we will lose the cools lah, like but
Yeah.
we just try to act cool.
Yeah, in relation to your experience, so I also see the transition, throughout the years of my life. I also see and went through the transition of my mom from Nokia that you mentioned just now, from Nokia, and then she slowly moved to like a flip phone, Motorola, and all that with a digital screen, and then moved to I think that time we bought her the first iPhone that she got was iPhone 5, and then she was like, "Why there's no button? Why there's no button? Why there's only one button? What's the keypad number? Where's the thing?" So you mean the thing keep on changing? Like the screen like keep on changing? Yeah, it keep on changing because if you use something, then it will change. And then how to go back? Okay, that's one button here. So you just press one button here, and then it's go back lah, and then go in. You go back and go in. But nowadays, she can't live without WhatsApp. If there's something wrong with the WhatsApp, because sometimes, right?
Culture change.
Yeah, because sometimes if there's any like problem with the WhatsApp, she immediately call me like, I cannot open my WhatsApp. WhatsApp cannot open. There's so many messages I cannot see. Why I cannot see the messages? So, which is interesting to see the transition. The reluctance of change, and then when it happened, it like
They're well
boom.
accepted.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's go boom, and then
Just to add in, I think my source of news now just come from my parents. They know all the latest news first. But sometimes, of course, it's fake. So we
you have
still
to
need
tell them
check for
that,
them. Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes that happen as well. Like when we shared when my parents shared some links on family groups and all that, and then we had to look at it and then all that lah and see if it's real or not. Then if it's not real, then I have to we can inform that it's not real. Just discard it. It's nothing. Because especially nowadays when it comes to pandemic, like betul ke, like is it true that we cannot
Garlic
go here,
can cure COVID.
like that.
But you have to be careful what they share out as well. So I always tell my mom, don't share anything that you're not sure of. And it just causes panic to other people. And
Yes.
of course, because of the phone, technology now, her entertainment choices are also different already. So she play a lot of games on her phone, and while the TV is running, there'll be the finger on the phone swapping away, and there'll be multitasking. I don't think this is good for her eyes at all. But then she's She's always a multitasking and always distracted by the television or by the phone. So it's like she's very much busier than I am. But
Yeah.
you still have to remind them is you need to have rest time and things like that, not get distracted. You still have to do exercise, what is necessary has to be done. And they do get addicted to technology for what I have
Yeah.
seen so far. Initially they were a bit reluctant. There's some fear over that. But then after that, they started sharing with everyone, the friends, the family, and there
They
goes.
felt engaged. They felt engaged in a
Less
way.
that we forget, they also have the peer pressure. If their friends have the apps, they also wanted to have it.
The easier to get them convinced is actually convince their friends first.
Yes.
It's easier that way. Yeah.
This is true. Whatever their friends have, they want it. So yeah, peer pressure happens at all ages.
Imagine that. Imagine that everyone in the family must have a handphone. It's actually a big cost. And then every 2-3 years, I don't know how long a phone lasts in your household, but I think every 2 years I have to upgrade one for her. She will tell you my phone is starting to hang very slow already.
Yeah.
You get the hint, okay?
Yeah, that also happened to me. Like and then when once I came back home, like I don't know, but my friend used this one nice iPhone. It's bigger. I think it has like a bigger screen. It is an iPhone, right? Yeah, that's the new iPhone lah. With bigger screen, I think it's gonna be good, right? Yeah, but of course it's gonna be good.
She's smart. She's smart.
So yeah, and then I'll be the devil lah, in a way, like, Ella, you buy new iPhone phone, it's not like you gonna use it, like you're gonna use it, so I'll be the devil, and then she was like, Ella, if I want to buy new phone, I can buy a new phone, I don't need to ask you. Like this.
But you still have to end up buying for her one.
Yeah, peer pressure is real. Even peer pressure to hop on, like Simon said just now, peer pressure to hop onto these many applications like Telegram. Oh, my friends has Facebook, I need to open Facebook account, and then ask me, then I'll be the devil again lah. Like, well,
we have to be the password guardian. What's the word? Make sure to remember all their passwords.
The
Password
door
keeper, yes.
What's the password?
Yeah. And if you write it somewhere, they will lose the paper as well. So no point.
Yeah. In regards to that, right? Let me share you. I mean, okay, never mind. Just speak first. Then later I will share. Your just curious. Your parents are using a laptop or any kind of devices other than a phone, like iPad or computer or laptop and all that, to maybe buy things online, or are they buying things online?
That's another thing we should talk about. This is also another culture that has been changed by online purchasing. It actually took her a bit longer to accept online purchasing. She still preferred to go to the shop center. She need to look at it, hold it, turn it around, check everything before she buy. But then once or twice that we tried online shopping, and she was a bit happy with it, so she will scroll to herself. Although we are paying for it, right? So she will give you the hint, and you're gonna buy for her, and then we wait for the delivery. So she just tell you what she wants. She saw this and then share to you, which is fine. So online shopping is actually a new trend, and so you get to buy a lot more things online than you get at the shop. So she give her more options, and she's pretty happy with that. And
yeah. My mom did ask me on that, but me and my sister says, oh, anything you need, we buy for you. We don't want to introduce you. We don't want to introduce you to this platform, because if not, then you will go crazy in a way that automatically accidentally bought something or something like that.
I think they need to be reminded as well, because there's a lot of platform that sells online, that does online selling. So just go and stick to the trustworthy ones. It seems that some of her friends will share with her this guy, and then you have to direct them, bank in the money into a bank account, rather than let's say you go on a online shopping platform, you go through the online platform. It's a bit safer. There's some guarantees over there. But if you buy directly to a person or somebody online from Facebook, actually most of the sellers on Facebook, they will give you a bank account with somebody's name on it, and you buy and purchase. So I think that those are a bit risky. But touch wood, so far, what we bought online, tak ada cheating lah. So far, we got it and delivered and stuff like that. Yeah.
Sometimes that person can just disappear. You never know, right? I mean,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's safer to go through those kind of trustworthy platforms.
Mm.
You won't know what senior citizens are looking at the phones, just like a kid. So you just have to look at them, jaga them, just like kids running over internet.
We have to jaga them. Yeah. What about Simon? I'm sure Simon is doing all the shoppings, I think.
Okay, I try not to introduce to my mom about Shopee and Lazada, but too bad. Paper cannot wrap fires. It's she already known it for a long time.
It's
So
everywhere
a lot
on the
of time,
TV. Yeah.
Yes, and a lot of times she would just. I think she's very smart nowadays. She don't even have to ask me. She just directly send me the link.
Wow.
Of the Shopee of the items that she needs. So and she will expect me to check it out or my brother to check it out for her.
Yeah, that's good in a way. The things that I wanted to share earlier is this one I produced for my mom lah, because she wanted to, she have a computer, then I have to produce something like this for her. I'm not sure if it's on the screen or not. So you guys can see or not?
Yeah, I see. It's actually a tutorial.
Yes. So this is actually something that I produced for my mom, like in a way that I stick it there, and then I had to reproduce it again recently because the nephew or I think the nephew or the niece, forgot, my nephew or niece like mistakenly placed it somewhere in a way. So it's gone. Like she panicked. I cannot write letter. I cannot like do anything, because she liked to write something on the computer. So last time we had like an old computer. So and then we bought her the very basic Mac. So it's a very new system, right? I think. So she get used to it in a way. Then just that the thing is gone. The instruction tutorial is gone. So I had to create a new thing. So I up to this level that we have to help them in a way to use this thing. Even last time as well, when it comes to technical support, in a way that something going wrong with the phone, I have to like screenshot. Okay, click here, place here. You draw the arrow, and then actually they can do it. They can do it. It's just that they need some sort of instructions to go on and do it, which is interesting. Like, okay, langkah 3, like click this icon and go here to tutup shutdown. Okay, folder surat di kanan screen untuk semua file surat. So actually she can do one. And she also like watch sometimes Malay TV drama on the stream, YouTube or something on like TV3 stream website and all that. So I think she all of this the senior citizen can do it. It's just that we need to help them to understand, because it's a new thing, right? In terms of what platform. Yeah, I think something that we can. Yeah, I'm revealing too much as well.
I think the first thing that we help them is actually overcome the technology fear. That's all. Once they accept it, they're willing to try out, and then they know it's safe. They're willing to use it. So mostly it's actually getting over the fear. They heard so many stories about scams and also like hang. That she's actually very worried that when the phone doesn't work, what did she do? First thing she will ask, what did I do?
They will get panicked.
Yeah, because when their phone doesn't work, and I don't know about you guys, but like my home, we don't have phone at home anymore. Since everybody started using mobile phone, we no longer have a home phone. In a way, so a landline. So and when the phone doesn't work, like panic. And then when we fixed it, wow, few thousand message. What I was like, there was this one time my WhatsApp doesn't work, and then let me try and repair it for you and all that. I'm also surprised. Like, wow, you are so famous. Like, why there's like a few hundred messages pending on on WhatsApp. Yeah, there's so many things that I need to read and reply. Like, wow, what community are you in? You know, like, and then when you look at the message, it's like, oh, tengah masak apa, tengah buat apa, you know, you know, kind of that.
The good
And then
morning
you see,
signs, is it?
yes, the good morning, wish you a very nice weekend and all that. Happy Friday, happy Monday. And then there's a group of people like sharing, aku masak ini hari ni, like I cooked this today. I cooked this, you know, this is I bought from pasar. You know, it's very interesting, that kind of conversation. If you're here, or maybe my parents are here, or maybe my family is here, yes, I'm sorry, I feel guilty of looking at the messages, but I had to, because I was, you know, helping with that. But yeah, what is interesting, you see, it engaged them in a whole different level, in a way. There's video conversation. They see each other as well through WhatsApp, which is interesting. What are the things? What are the things that we can talk about this? Maybe one last topic that we can share regarding this. Regarding Mei Chan's topic.
I think you
But
can talk
first,
about hobbies lah. You can have a lot of
ah,
hobbies. Because once they have this thing in their hand, right, they know that now they can communicate, they get to do recordings, especially their hobbies, they're able to share out, and then they know they want to learn to cook something or whatever. She knows where to find her recipes already, you know. So especially now, every day we are cooking. Oh, she feel like eating. That day was makan apa? The what? Sotong masak merah, whatever is that. Some Malay dish, you know, we don't not very good with that. So, but she feels like eating it.
sambal sotong.
Sambal sotong, yeah. So we went online. There's so many on YouTube, so you have to just filter and see which one you think is doable. And so it's also a learning process. And then she finds it interesting and tests. Of course, there's a lot of noise in the background. No, you should not do that. And we can't do this. And now we're discussing and then see which one works and things like that. And it gives us a lot of opportunity to learn as well, new hobbies, and see what other people are doing. And so she compare herself. And I think, especially now, we are doing a lot of homegrown vegetables here. So she actually learned how to do what's the word? Hydroponics. Not hydroponics.
The one in
Sorry,
the water?
I don't know. Yeah, using
Water.
Water.
fish water to do the planting stuff. Okay, I forgot the name. So she actually learned it from the YouTube.
Oh, wow.
She learned it from YouTube, and then she made up her own system, how things work and things like that. So, and she spends her time learning most of the time. And there's a lot of information online, and she, you know, every time you click a video, the YouTube recommend another one. So there's a lot of channels that she goes through. She will recommend me some. And she actually follows a lot of those kind of cuti Malaysia type of videos. You know, hey, how come we live here for so many years? We've never been to that place. And then we get to see Malaysia in a different point of view, which is good. And most of these videos are actually posted by foreign people staying here. The Hong Kongese, the one that my mom prefers to watch is the Chinese couple, and then the Hong Kong family who stays here. So they will actually go and introduce Malaysian cuisine and where's the best place to eat what and things like that. But now a bit less because everybody is stuck at home. But it's still pretty interesting to see Malaysia from a different point of view. So
yeah. Yeah, interesting as well. When you said it worked both ways in a way. Like imagine you know, my parents, when they see something on TV, well, that is technology as well. Like TV, when they see something on YouTube, sometimes when friends share their when their friends share any videos and all that about recipes and thing. So she also interested to try new things, not just the things that she's comfortable with in her daily life in a way, but it helps her to like expand, and it helps my parents to expand beyond of the daily routine of eating the same thing and all that. So she became a new thing. Like this was one time my 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 mom tried new things. It was try new food like in a way, but it was actually kind of nice. Like trying a different sauce, making and all that, which is interesting. But it's not my taste bud lah. Then I'm like, but then but then I tried lah, like okay lah, sedap lah. Yeah, it's a new thing, But then yeah, I learned it from somewhere and all that, which is interesting. That they are expanding their own, trying new things in a way. Simon, anything to add to that particular topic? What about your parents trying new things?
I will say that my mom's acceptance to technology are more than my father. Cause my father will only look at the Toto 4D
Oh, yo.
results. Where at times this type of things are still operating. So, but most of the times he would use TikTok more and Facebook, looking at those videos, contents. But my mom, she's more, I would say, sneaky in a way, because she will look at where to eat, what to eat. Then she will just send the links to you. It's actually a hint for you to bring them to go and eat. So hints.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without you have to say anything, you already know, okay, that's the next place that we need to go and try out.
Yeah.
So actually it's quite good. But sometimes it's a bit ridiculous for me. It's like even though we are living in the same household, but she will, if she asks me to tell me that the food is ready, she will no longer yell at me like last time where no smartphone. Now she will just voice note you directly, like, okay,
Yeah, my mom did that too.
Yeah.
Dinner is ready, because before smartphone they would just yell. I think this is quite normal in the Chinese household.
Even the neighbor can hear, like, the food is ready.
They were
The
like,
neighbor can hear.
Japang. So nowadays no more Japang. They will just voice note you, hello, okay, it's ready. So okay.
Yeah.
So technology changes us in a way, but also try to bring us in a way too. It's where we stand on and how we look at the perspective.
True. Yeah, I would like to ask, since we are in this particular using technology in enhancing life of our family and parents and all that. What about the festive season last time? What was the experience like? For me, I was during my Raya festival. We have a group call. We have a lot of sessions of group call with family, with grandfather, grandmother, with cousins, with like the whole day stretch. We have like partitions of time to spend with this family, that family, that family. Did you guys have something like that as well?
My family is pretty small. My family is a bit small, so not that many, but we do. I know New Year, have the video chats, video call, and then just wish everybody Happy New Year. And it's not just for one day, every day for the 15 days Chinese New Year, you send them every wish, and then because every day you do something different or you go somewhere or things like that. So we will take photos and take videos, but usually it's a video rather than call. Call is only on the first day of the lunar, the first day. Then after that, it's like more like sharing shots of the whatever we are doing. And recently my uncle passed away, so we can't attend the funeral. So we can't attend the funeral. So ended up that day, my cousin, I don't know whether it's from my cousin or actually from the parlor, they actually took a whole shot of video of the whole place, the flowers, the coffin, the chanting, everything, and made it a video and sent to all of us, since we cannot be there. So technology works in some way during this pandemic. We can't live without it in some way. It's actually a way of connecting to others. But I still believe, no matter how, because you were just mentioning, what if we are no more, MCO is over and everybody go back to normal. I think we will still prefer the human contact, touch and things like that. But I think this kind of a video stuff that will still be there. It will be built both ways. We had just another option that we got used to it already. But you will not take away the human context or whatever. It won't. We still will be going out. We will forget that there's no 1 meter distance anymore once everything is over.
Yes. Like,
just- Yeah,
something like that.
So I think a lot of things have changed, and within this whole time, a lot of things that accepted already, they're more willing to accept. But I think my family, because I'm here, so technology acceptance should be better than the neighbors that I have met so far. So yeah, so I think it's a lot of on us, the younger generation, to help these senior citizens to adapt to this technological thingies and things like that.
Yeah, try help as much. I mean, for everyone out there, try as much to help. What about you, Simon? Your Chinese New Year experience with your families, extended families, and all that.
So I think it's quite similar to Mei Chan's, because I don't have a big family. But however, because my auntie is in Indonesia, so that's the only way we can contact, because she don't really come back often. So we'll do video call, voice call, during the past 2 years, even because she really do not want to come back due to the pandemic. So, we do miss each others and whatnot, but see, that's where technology bridge us back.
Helps.
And it helps to at least to tells you and also to convince you that we are safe and sound. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, at least something, right? At least something like to connect. Like imagine those were the days where there's no there's no things. When you go somewhere, like when my sister and brother were studying overseas, and there's no way of my parents to contact them, and then they're like constantly worried if they are surviving out there. But right now it's okay. I think so. It's already like nearly 9:40. If I'm not sure if there's more questions from the public. If there's any questions from the everyone, you can still ask now. If you have any questions to ask or anything to share with us that we can share and talk about. If no, then maybe Simon can start reveal yourself, because because
I don't even know how to turn off the filter.
But you know how to change the filter just now.
Yes, I can change it, but it's so weird.
Oh my god. No, you just double click the filter again, the filter that you chose. You click it again one more time to cancel it, I think lah. Maybe lah.
Okay, that is more like him already anyway.
I think lah.
This is roughly like me. It's just more rugged and gangster.
Yeah.
I really don't know how to turn it off.
You just click it one more time. You
cannot.
You click the same filter one more time. That. That's that timer lah. Oh.
It's not working. I hate this Snapchat thing.
Ganasnya.
Okay,
I already turned it off.
This just made me miss. Oh, look at somebody. We have our previous student here in the chat. This live just made me miss seeing you all in campus and looking at Mr. Aziz and Mr. Simon fighting. We fight? Did we fight? Oh yes.
Biasa kan these two?
Yeah, I think she mentioned.
Okay, now my neck looks better.
I think the mural painting that we did last time in university, I forgot where, either in that university or in that school. So yeah, I think so lah. We were fighting. Okay. Yeah, we miss you too, Pei Wen. Thanks for that. Um, yeah, I think we can end the session in a way soon. Any things that as a takeaway that you guys you would like to say as a PSA towards everybody in this time of pandemic, or yeah, anything like that. Mm, maybe
Ladies first.
Ladies first. Okay lah, just be patient, keep your hopes
jahat
up,
Simon.
and just continue what we are gonna do. Just continue je lah. It's not
Mm.
that bad. Okay lah.
Yeah, stay strong,
Sabar
kan? Stay
je.
strong. Yeah, stay
Mm.
strong, and save actions and all that, and then vaccinate,
Yeah, that's your
yourself,
passport for now.
please, because if not, you cannot go anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
We want to go makan together.
No, you want to
So,
go IKEA?
Still
no,
want to go IKEA for what?
jalan only. Simon, any words?
I will still say that vaccination is not the key to not getting COVID. You still need to get vaccinated just to protect yourself and your family and your loved one. So I know times can be depressing, but we always need to look at the brighter side and keep hope high. So it will get better, but we don't know when. But just keep praying and hoping. Never let the faith go away. So it will
Yeah.
just get better. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
please get vaccinated.
Yeah,
Because I have anti-vaxxers friends, so it's a bit scary.
wow.
No, sometimes it's not for us, We have to worry from the other people's,
Yes.
It's not we are gonna get sick, the other people will get sick.
When people say
Yeah.
this pandemics make everyone's patterns come out, I really believe it, because that's where you see who is, believe in science and who is not. Okay, too much.
Too much info. Lari topic already. Okay, sabar. After this, we have another session.
Yes,
Like that.
we should.
our own WhatsApp video call session. Okay. All right. Okay, I think we can end the session. It's already 9:45 maybe. So thanks. I would like to say very much thank to both of you, Mei Chan and Simon, for being here. For having for spending your time here with me as well to talk about the two topic. I think it went well and very informative as well. I mean, I learned a lot from you guys as well, in a way. Yeah, thanks so much for being here. So I guess I'll be pushing you guys off the screen. Okay, 1,
Okay.
2, 3, bye bye.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, bye bye. But stay here in the room. Just I'm pushing you off on the screen only. So 1, 2, 3, bye bye. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. For the guests and for the public audience as well, for being here and stay tuned for the past nearly 2 hours. 1 hour and 45 minutes with me and my dearest friends for in this session. And I'm looking forward to have you guys for the next sessions. I hope there will be another session next Thursday. Next Saturday. Next Saturday. Yeah, and I'm not sure what the topic yet, but it's gonna be another session next Saturday. So I hope I'll be seeing you guys again in next session. So I guess that's about it. I wish you all good health every day, and as well as happy and a very nice weekend as well. So yeah, thanks everyone. Bye bye for now.